going to be a reading for the full moon on March 14th / lunar eclipse in Virgo. And I honestly prefer day readings compared to night readings. I just end up always doing lives and tarot readings at night in the evening. And I'm not sure why that is. It would actually make more sense for my schedule to do them more during the day. Let me know how the sound is. Let me adjust. This is just the reality. We're not perfect here, but we do our best. 1 second. I can never get the height right. It bothers me though. I'm just curious if we're gonna catch people in different time zones. I don't understand the YouTube algorithm, to be honest. But we are doing all signs. We'll wait for people to jump on, because I actually didn't announce this live. But we will grab our notes. This full moon / eclipse is going to be a big one, you guys. It's going to be a big one. P.S. I have 1,110 notes. It's so much. And just in my writing list, it's 245. 20 poems, which is like shocking to me. But I guess I do write with a pen, my poems, more so than I put them in notes. I would say that's more of a recent thing. Hi, Kylie. We're doing a tarot reading for the full moon on March 14th and / lunar eclipse in Virgo. So, the themes is finding order in chaos. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. It's a good day. It's like partially sunny / cloudy in Washington. The breeze is pretty cold, but, you know, at the least it's sunny. We just went through, you know, the seasonal depression phase. But the weather has been strange because we got snow not that long ago. And now I feel like summer is like super close and it's going to be a hot one here. Last summer was a little bit too unbearable for me, so I'm curious how this summer will be. Also, my oldest son is in Texas, and they got snow over there like a few times, and it was shocking. He like sent me a picture of like a bunny in his snow in Texas. I'm like, global warming? Is it real? Pretty sure it's real. All right, back to the astrology bit. Finding order in chaos. This lunation is all about practicality, organization, and purification. Classic Virgo energy. Are there any Virgos in the room? I don't think there are too many people here. I can't figure out the time zones for the life of me. Let me know where you're from and like what time it is over there. I'm a Virgo moon, and I do attract a lot of Virgos. My tarot mentor is a Virgo. My last fitness coach is a Virgo. My oldest son's dad is a Virgo. I have a Virgo middle brother. I tend to attract a lot of Virgo friends. I don't know what that's about. You have a little brother, Dixon? Oh, happy birthday! A Pisces? I love that. My youngest son is a Pisces. They make really good friends for me. Very creative and yeah, there's like really good flow between me and Pisces. We got off topic, you guys, but it's all good. I'm chill. I'm trying not to stress about it. All right, with the eclipse energy intensifying things, we've been asked to release control and perfectionism while still prioritizing efficiency and grounding ourselves. If anyone knows like Virgos, this like is spot on. We tend to be perfectionists. So it's going to be a reality check moment, what is working and what needs to be refined. Do you guys remember the last eclipse? I wish I remember the dates, but I do know when eclipses have happened and there has been a major turning point in my life, for sure. So, just FYI, this lunar eclipse is a fated turning point. Eclipses bring destined shifts and sudden revelations, and since this is a lunar eclipse, it's about emotional and karmic closures. So, if you got a karmic cycle that needs to be closed out, I don't think people really understand what that means. When we say cycle closeout, that doesn't mean like the death or the end of a relationship. It could just mean a different phase. I don't feel like a lot of tarot readers really explain that, and I feel like I need to let people know. If you watch YouTube tarot readings, I feel like people can take it very literal. But I've tend to seen more so cycles and patterns close out when it comes to karmic closures. So please keep that in mind. Something in our daily routines, aka Virgo, health habits, also Virgo, work life balance may be illuminated and forced to change. So ask yourselves, do you have a good work life balance? And if you had it, do you even know where to start, how to maintain it, things like that? That's been my focus as of 2024. No, technically, it's been like a long, a long lesson. Work-life balance, especially with my household changing. So before, when I was married, I stayed home most of the time, and I had a stepson and my two kids, my two boys. And so that schedule obviously shifts depending how big your household is. Now, with me being more of the scapegoat and the lone wolf, like we're pretty much on our own and it's just me and my youngest son. So I've definitely had to change my scheduling and time management and different lifestyle choices just to make things work where it makes sense, where it's safe, balanced, healthy. So that's very Virgo. I tend to lean on my Virgo moon for practicality reasons. I feel like that's the main thing about my birth chart that keeps me grounded. Just as we're rambling about this. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Sandy. Yeah, maybe this is actually gonna highlight something for you in that arena because it's a fated turning point. So if you've been ignoring something that needs healing, this eclipse will push you to face it head on. So shadow work, please. Major planetary aspects to watch out for: Sun and Pisces, opposite Moon and Virgo. Emotional versus practical. We're learning how to balance intuition versus logic, surrender versus control, creativity versus routine. Do people understand the difference between surrender and control? Let me know because it's a tough one. It's a tough one for me, especially as, an emotional codependent recovering. P.S. I posted a video about that. When was that? A few days ago? It's been less than a week. But that's on my regular videos playlist, and that's my spiritual recovery story. I feel like these days there's probably someone out there that could relate to that. And honestly, a lot of people that find me, they tend to have very similar stories as me because, energy attracts energy. Where did we leave off? Mercury and Aries. Ooh. Virgo's ruler will be squaring Pluto and Aquarius. Intense conversations, revelations, or power struggles may surface. Be mindful of obsessive thoughts. Ooh, power struggles. I've definitely noticed there's something. There's something going on with my chart where I just come across that all the time. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about me where power struggles tend to come up and I didn't ask for it. I just be here minding my own business. Does anyone understand that feeling? Let me know if like you've been noticing that. Hi, Con. Saturn and Pisces will be opposing the moon. Lessons about emotional responsibility, discipline, and letting go of limiting beliefs may come up. If you don't know what that means, Pisces is a very spiritual sign. It's a sign of the collective, technically. I'm good. How are you? And then other notes, I think I'll probably post maybe on the community page or something. Something like that. But we will do all signs. Let's see what's like going on for everyone and what's going to change this eclipse season because it tends to be some kind of shake up in some way. I'm trying to think of examples off the top of my head of what this would look like in your external world. Like say you're waking up one day and you're like, okay, what the heck does full moon and Virgo eclipse mean besides people that like want to take photos of the eclipse and watch it or whatever. This would be like getting sudden information about a new diagnosis, of like you or a family member. And that kind of rewrites the history or how you view things. Or it could be like a really intense breakup or separation. I know during one of the eclipses that I was looking out for when I first started getting into all of this, that was definitely a big shakeup in pretty much every area of my life at the time. And like, I had like this eerie feeling of like nothing was ever going to be the same. I was excited for it, but I was also scared. Like, I remember specific moments where I could feel the energy shift change. So, honestly, you guys, it's a week away. You guys should be kind of feeling some of this energy if you aren't already. I'm from Washington State, Con. And it's a partially cloudy, sunny day. It's kind of decent. I think it's around 50 degrees. Still a little too cold for my liking, but closer to warm than what it's been. Who should we start on? Well, technically it's still Pisces' birthday, so let's do Pisces. And then we'll go through water signs, earth signs probably next. Show me what's going on for Pisces. This full moon / eclipse. Pisces, next full moon and eclipse. I have so many reminders. Did you guys hear that? Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, just to warn you guys, there's probably going to be a theme of like the past returning or something. Like, for example, you know how I gave that reference to like having a sudden diagnosis, aka Virgo, right? Health. And it has something to do with your daily routine. Faded turning points. Virgo can also sometimes be information, and because Mercury is in Aries, it will be impulsive, sudden, There might be possible anger involved, or it could be passionate. I guess it depends how you want to alchemize the energy. And, you know, daily routines that could ultimately be interconnected with your family. So it's actually a great example. So you had Six of Cups, and now I'm seeing the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Okay, Knight of Cups, Eight of Wands, the Chariot, the Five of Wands. Really? Ooh, there's so much passion here, Virgo. Okay, well, I get different storylines. Virgo, if you're looking for love, it's already here waiting for you. And then I'm hearing getting hit by Cupid's bow. So I feel like you or someone have feelings for each other. Maybe it hasn't been expressed, but you want to. But I feel like you're in conflict as far as timing, how, where. There's almost like a resistance, restlessness about how to present it, because I don't know, you want to make plans, Virgo, which is such a Virgo thing. Making plans, making lists, right? Ah, I like it. Disorganized chaos. That I should probably be able to write out this energy pretty well, to be honest. I always get excited for eclipses. How many tattoos do I have? That's a good question. I never remember the number. I have a flock of birds here. I have an owl there. I have that one. What is that? 3. I have this one. I guess you could call it 1. 4, 5, 6. And I plan to put a blue dragonfly above that cat. And then I have one on my leg. Oh man, I lost count. Sorry. I don't think I'm gonna keep track of like how many, because I plan to do like patchwork. I have a few tattoos already planned. I've just been kind of putting it off and I'm trying to be like adult and save. But eventually, it's already drawn up, so I'm excited for it. Oh yeah, for sure. What else for Virgo? Oh no, Pisces. Sorry, Pisces. You guys gotta call me out when I do that. But Pisces energy in Virgo. Makes sense. Makes sense. So if I missaid that earlier, I apologize. Also, Pisces, there might be like a lot of projects and opportunities to travel with an idea that you have. And also possibly a lot of parties and events in the spring. To summer, I think if anything, you might just be a little overstimulated and experience burnout. Make sure you get your rest. There is something about possibly learning something new about your health. And maybe if you don't love to go to the doctor, it might be a good time to just check on it, you know. I already got my legal disclaimer on my videos. I was like, you know, gotta be smart. Yes. Who should be next? Scorpio. Scorpio, what's going on for the next full moon and Virgo / lunar eclipse? Show me Scorpio. Page of Cups. 6 of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Knight of Wands. The Magician. Knight of Pentacles. Excuse me. Two of Swords. Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio, what might be changing for you is something around children and how you look at success. That's interesting. There's also something about the past returning. There's also issues with, I would look at issues with abandonment, how you handle that. I always say try something new next time. If you catch yourself in a pattern, the next thing you want to do is do something different. Like, don't keep reacting the same way, and then don't think you have to keep going in that direction because that's all you know. All you got to do is something different. I feel like you have a long-term goal, and it could be health related. It might be like even cholesterol. I feel like it's more blood related, Scorpio. Like, avoid fatty foods at this time. High fats. Okay, I think that's all I have for Scorpio. Who's next? Cancer? Show me Cancer. Show me Cancer for full moon in Virgo / Eclipse. The World. Eight of Pentacles. Three of Cups. King of Swords. Ten of Cups. Page of Wands. Interesting. Cancer. What's coming up for you? There might be some kind of role change when it comes to a position at work, or it could be family, or both. When it comes to a promotion, I think you'll get it. If you're trying to promote someone, I think they're a good fit. And I feel like it will really temper things out if things have been uninspiring. You're wanting some kind of like fresh newbie type of vibe change. You know what I'm saying? There's an opportunity to create something new and get together with friends as well and make time for new friends. Which makes sense. So I would say expect to not stay in the same place that you're at. For sure. Cancer? We're on Cancer, right? Okay. I don't want to dig too deep. So we just got done with water signs. Let's get into earth signs. We'll do Virgo. Show me Virgo. Virgo, full moon / eclipse. 25 minutes in. I don't think I'm making great time. 2 of Wands. 7 of Swords. Uh-oh, Virgo. Queen of Cups, but it's like sideways. 10 of Cups. Whoa. 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords, 3 of Wands, 8 of Wands, Ace of Wands. What? Hold on. Virgo? Right off the bat, I'm trying to like organize the messages. I'm hearing something you don't want to hear. So I don't know if there's information or a conversation that you've been avoiding. But I think it needs to happen. A suggestion, Virgo, that you might not realize like how much your emotions, even if not expressed, still manifest in the energy. So I feel like you see signs and see things that you want to manifest and take action on, but your biggest issue is that you suppress and deny your feelings, or you try to intellectualize them. Is that a word? I believe so. Instead of trying to feel your feelings out. There's a big difference. And it's unfortunate because we're never really taught that. As an air sign, I feel emotions as much as everybody else, but when it comes to speaking, the expression of it, I would say, I guess we are good with our words, but we tend to be a little more logical and emotionally detached. But when we are emotional with someone, it's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty big deal. It's hard to do for an air sign. Now, for an earth sign, they tend to be very similar to air signs in that emotional aspect way. And it's not that we don't feel the impact or the intensity just as much or the same or whatever. It's the expression that I think is different. I feel like air signs tend to be practical in nature, similar to earth signs. So that might be something to consider, Virgo. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if you're worried about like contracts, agreements, or plans, I do feel like there are going to be some delays. I would suggest not trying to control the delays and just going with the flow of it. Just FYI. You might have like a little bit of like control issues, Virgo, and just like might not see how that can be sabotaging you sometimes. A little bit of perfectionism, denial of something going on. If you're thinking about relocating or real estate, I think that would be great for you, Virgo. Sometimes the Two of Wands can be a real estate card, or it can be a travel card, or it can just be, gosh, it can be so many things. It can also be like the news. It can be seeing like a news article or something on the internet. But I want to say 8 times out of 10, it has something to do with like location wise. It can also represent a choice, like between two. It can also represent like grass is greener on the other side syndrome type of thing. I'm trying to think of another way to say it, but 30 minutes in, I'm really not doing great on time. And I think I blame it on the rambling. And I mean, we start off with the astrology bit. We'll do Capricorn. What's going on for Capricorn for the full moon in Virgo / lunar eclipse? I also got to keep in mind that I got to change it because I don't like timestamps. Oh no. 1 second, something is slipping. I'm trying to dry a painting. Show me Capricorn. Full moon / eclipse. The Hermit, similar to Virgo. 5 of Swords, but I want to say it's more so in the reverse. That's interesting. The Empress. Eight of Cups. 6 of Swords. Seven of Wands. I feel like I can go longer because we're doing this during the day, so I'm not as tired. Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Capricorn, are you in love? Because if you're not now, you will be. It could be like someone that you know or someone that's very creative or a mother possibly. You could have walked away from this person already or they walked away from you, but this person's been through a lot. If there's been like violence or betrayal or a lot of power struggles, whether in their past or background or someone that they were previously with, I think they're successfully healing themselves. However, you guys have a tendency to push each other away due to pride and miscommunication issues, but ultimately this person is trying to move into peace. And I think you want to present something to this person or vice versa. I just think that there's been past things that needed to be dealt with that were out of your control. Just to give you a reference. So whoever this resonates with, I don't really know. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I do think there's a conversation coming up. Different storyline I'm getting that has like completely something separate to do from love. You might be like in a position where you're taking on more responsibilities, leadership, might have something to do with spiritual beliefs, religious beliefs. You might be looking into nonprofits, some kind of legal organization. Who am I channeling? This is so random. It could be like so many things. It could be DSHS, post office, um, housing, donation center. I'm also hearing garden. What is going on? What an interesting reading, Capricorn. I think I'll leave it at that. That was a lot of random information for that one. About Taurus, and it's almost 222. Show me Taurus, full moon in Virgo / eclipse. Show me Taurus. The Lovers. Justice, the Hierophant, Page of Pentacles, Taurus, Eight of Pentacles, the Devil in reverse, the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. I have not done air signs yet, no. 222. Two of Swords. That's funny. Taurus. Okay, well, I don't know why I'm getting this, but the message I'm hearing is better than the devil that you know. So I don't know if you're feeling stuck in indecision. The problem is I don't think you want the decision to be made for you, so be cautious about whatever is going on here because there might have something to do with taxes or legal system. I'm also hearing veteran, military. How you speak, how you convey yourself. Integrity is definitely going to be highlighted at this time. So hopefully you're on the light side of things because the devil is in reverse, which is a good sign. That's a good sign. I just think like if anything is trying to leave your life at this time, Taurus, I would let it. Don't resist because the loss of investment is actually going to be replaced pretty quickly here. I just don't think you want... I mean, it's a mixed bag. That's unfortunate because I feel like it's a situation where there's external forces out of your control that you have to wait on in order for you to get more information in order to make a move and take action on something. Let me know if you're following. So there's that. And I say that because justice is here, so it's usually an external factor of some kind. It doesn't always have to be legal, but a good chunk of the time it is a process. If anyone's been through court or understands court, you know it's a process. People just like assume, like, I don't know, when you like threaten to sue someone, you gotta like really think about that. Like, one, you need the money, and two, like you have to be willing for it to take a good chunk of your time or hire someone that's worth the money, otherwise you're wasting your time. One of those kind of situations, Taurus. I would say, Taurus, at the end of the day, the message is don't be afraid of how much you lose. Be more open to how much you can gain. And sometimes it's not always about wanting more, but also to make room to prioritize things in your life that maybe have been put on the back burner. Are we done with earth signs, right? So we started with water signs, earth signs, Since someone mentioned air signs, we'll get into that. Let's do Aquarius. Show me Aquarius for the full moon in Virgo / eclipse. Show me, I think it's technically full moon in Pisces. I could be wrong, but I know the eclipse is in Virgo, so I guess the full moon does too, right? Don't quote me, you guys. Aquarius. What's changing for Aquarius? Queen of Wands. The Magician, 6 of Cups, 3 of Swords, the Lovers, Strength, 7 of Cups, the Emperor, Chariot, Hierophant, oh, Aquarius, 10 of Pentacles, damn. Someone is missing you heavy. Could be a father figure of some kind or some boss-ass energy. I don't know, you guys could be in separation, or this person has health issues, or also you could be focusing on health at this time. Like if you're looking to get into an exercise routine, I think you're going to be looking real nice, real nice. I'm also getting just like walking and body movement. Like you might be getting like a new appreciation for your body, like your physical. There's a word that's coming to mind, but it's like, nope, lost it. I don't know why I'm hearing Rico Suave. But if I get like a random channeled message, I feel compelled to share it. So I don't know what that's about. This is actually a really great energy. There is potential for a committed relationship, partnership. I also see business here. I think the hardest part is getting things on the same page with this person as far as like how you guys communicate when you're hurt, or how to communicate feelings, or trying to figure out, there's something about the heart, paying attention to the heart space. There could be an activity or an event or some kind of like group thing coming up. I also see travel for you. You might feel like a little bit more spontaneous at this time, Aquarius. More adventurous. It's a good energy. If you're looking into investments or like a house or getting your money up, I think that's going to be looking real good. Damn, what is going on? Just a side message. Be careful of haters, but we all know that, right? We all know that. Okay, let's move on to Gemini. Getting very specific channeling for some of these messages. Show me Gemini. What's coming up for Gemini for this full moon / eclipse? Got 4 of Pentacles, but it was kind of sideways. Then you got the 2 of Cups. Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Then I see the Three of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. Every deck is kind of different. For this one, I feel like I like to lay them out very orderly. It's not always the same with other decks, which is kind of weird. Gemini, I'm hearing having a choice between two different manifestations. You could have not had predicted this, that it would come in at the same time. You thought it was going to be like boom, 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 but instead it's like, here's two of them. I don't know why you think it's a bad thing. You might just be like an overly overwhelmed person. Because regardless, there's a pretty big surprise here. If you've thought about having closure with a past person, I do think that's possible. There might be a surprising twist to when it comes to like your extended family or family around you, immediate family. There could also possibly be like a job change or a money change, or like if you're considering changing banks, I see that being a possibility, like changing money spending habits. I'd say most of this has to do with time and money. Be careful with your words at this time, Gemini. There might be more people around you that are just more sensitive. And something you might want to know, Gemini, is you showing your sensitivity. I feel like you dislike it. There's something uncomfortable you don't love about it. But it's also like your strength, and it's also some of like your intuitive skills is linked with your emotions. So I think it's time to acknowledge that. Okay, end for Gemini. I was like, we're getting pretty far. Let's see, 47 minutes. I guess that's decent. What's next, Libra? Machiacan Stingray. Let's go with Stingray. What air sign are you, Stingray? Because now we're on Libra. Show me Libra. What do they need to know? Oh, really? Perfect. It's because I'm intuitive. Show me Libra. What do they need to know for the full moon / eclipse? Everybody's getting the Chariot. Miriam did predict that this year you're going to see a lot of people migrate and move around. Like a pilgrimage, the Emperor, the Hermit. Always go watch your other signs, your moon, rising, Venus. If you don't know, astro.com, something like that. There's a bunch of birth chart generators that you can dig into for free. They're pretty accurate, really useful to at least know the basics of your chart. Six of Swords, Ace of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Nine of Swords. Wow. Libra. A few things. You might have been alone for a while. And it's not that you're lonely, but you do feel like it's time to step up to the plate with something. This could be a desire. Lately, you've been pulled between your desires versus your needs and wants versus other people's expectations of you, pressure from family and friends. I'm getting a lot of anxiety here. The good news is you're going to overcome it. You're going to actually, like, I'm getting like paid time off type of vibes. Some kind of bonus, like unexpected money, unexpected win. Like there is unexpected successes here. I feel like you've been trying to strategically move yourself around things. It could be like time management, scheduling conflicts, and you've had a hard time communicating this with someone around you. I don't know. Feels like an energetic burden though, and I do see a conversation coming up regarding that. You might be dealing with a fellow earth sign or a fire sign, specifically Aries or Cancer. Doesn't have to be, but those are the energies that are coming out. For you, I would say the biggest theme is past releasing. A lot of revision. You might have past projects coming up that get refined and reused in some way. My moon and rising are Aquarius and my Venus is in Scorpio. Revision makes a lot of sense. Yeah, especially because we're in a lot of retrogrades as well. So it would make sense for things to be reversed. So let's think of a scenario. Maybe like honestly, like if you're a big geek like me, you can find the patterns of when past people return to you, and it always happens during some kind of retrograde. It always does. So with Venus being in retrograde, if you've had like someone in your sphere for like 10 years, there might be some kind of resolution review. A lot of people like don't love to hear that. They're always like, no, I just want the new. I don't want the past coming back. And yet, I would look at it more as like an experience, like be open to life lessons. And if you didn't learn something the first time through that person, people can be big teachers. And sometimes like people just like throw the whole person away and not the behavior, the belief, the expectation, the idealism. There's a delusion. The list goes on and on. And so when people watch tarot readings, I feel like they don't take that into account. They don't. So when love readings come up, I warn you. And maybe this is a love reading. Maybe this is related to Libra in some way. Maybe like you have a hard time, I'm hearing like settling down in relationships or knowing when is the right time to settle down, because obviously you've been burned. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? Okay. But there is a courage and almost like this feeling of owning something that you want. I don't know how to explain it. There's like a feeling of owning your own commitments, which gives you the confidence to fit a certain position or role. Let me know if this is making sense. Is that done for air signs? That was Libra, right? Stretch. Okay. One more, right? Is that all of them? No, we haven't done fire signs yet. Usually they're like at the beginning. No promises on the timestamps, you guys. I really should. I also still gotta make like a thumbnail for this. I did do Aquarius earlier. That was at the beginning of air signs. Now we're going to fire signs. Show me Aries. What's coming up for Aries for this full moon / eclipse? Show me Aries. What's going on for them for this next full moon / eclipse? The Devil in reverse. Cool. Knight of Cups. Queen of Wands. Goodness. It's definitely Venus energy, in my opinion. Page of Cups. 5 of Cups. Why? Why? Four of Swords. The Emperor. Nine of Swords. So much anxiety. Aries, I don't know why. Oh, the Tower. 2 of Pentacles. Page of Swords. What? Aries. This is definitely retrograde energy for Aries. Aries, if you've been like reflecting on past relationships a lot, I do think you're going to have some very specific aha moments, and they're going to kind of throw you off a little bit. You're trying to figure out how you feel just about yourself, and you've been reflecting a lot, probably meditating a lot, maybe resting a lot, which I think is good for you. Just be careful that you're not like laying down and ruminating is what I'm getting. It's kind of like not resting. You might be also overstimulated, like scrolling through your phone too much, swiping between apps, jumping different projects. I don't know if you're realizing that there's something about like your decision making or your habits or the way that you take care of yourself that needs to change. And if you haven't found what that is yet, I think you're going to find it. You're going to find that information, a better way to take care of yourself, a better way to get rest. There's also something about dreams here. Like if you had dreams about a past loved one or disappointment, like something that didn't get off the ground, I feel like it's haunting you or something. The Five of Cups is not like a great card. Because the figure is always looking at the cups spilled instead of the cups that are there. So it's kind of like that crying over spilled milk energy. Like being so stuck on what didn't work out instead of seeing what can. So it's almost like an emotional, conscious choice that I feel like if you are willing to make, someone will reciprocate if you're curious. Man, we've been getting some random messages for the eclipse readings. Who else? Let's do Leo. I'm almost done, which is great because my back hurts and I need another snack. My son and I got sandwiches today. Show me Leo. What does Leo need to know for this full moon / eclipse? Show me Leo. Ten of Cups, the Star, the Eight of Pentacles. Wow. Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Seven of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. Page of Swords. Four of Swords. And I feel like a lot of these readings are kind of linked with other zodiac signs, just FYI. It's like there's a lot of repeating energies and cards. Leo, you might be finding new methods to healing. I'm also getting some kind of like waiting energy. Waiting when things are going to die down. Waiting for when things don't feel so up in the air and confusing. Waiting for your energy to come back. You might be scared to express to someone close to you how you feel about something. This could be a family member, it could be someone that you're married to, doesn't have to be. But the Ten of Cups is here, so it's usually family or long-term friend, soulmate kind of energy. I would definitely wait till you feel like you're in a good space. You could be specifically healing things when it comes to the mind and the body. Um, hmm. Um, you might even like look into taking something orally or learning something new in order to implement whatever this is in your life. But I feel like it's new information, and it actually has a lot to do with the manifestation that is going to come up. You might even get put in a different direction than you expected, Leo. Like you might end up like working with a friend, having an at-home business. I see Aquarius energy here. There's also Aries, Scorpio. It looks like a new passion project. So if it's not that, it could be like something that has to do with the home. It's very like household vibes. Okay, moving on. Hey, Heather. I tend to see the links between all the signs as well. Repeating patterns could be the mutable fixed cardinal energies. There's a lot of mutable energy happening right now, and that could definitely lead to confusion. Oh, really? Yeah, the Seven of Cups has been coming up a lot in everyone's reading. Don't love that. I mean, we all appreciate some certainty, right? Unless you're Sagittarius. Speaking of which, that's the next one. They're so good at that. Show me Sagittarius for this full moon / lunar eclipse coming up. Show me Sagittarius for this next full moon / eclipse. Five of Wands, Eight of Cups. Eight of Pentacles. A lot of work stories or storylines. Three of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. King of Cups. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Strength. Definitely a lot of money and business type of changes, Sagittarius. I feel like if you're not already, you will be focusing on nurturing your business and your work, your craft, your skill at this time. There could also be a change in priorities when it comes to a child around you or the thought of having children in the future. There is a past person returning that is in conflict with themselves emotionally, and they're coming towards you. I don't know if you want to entertain this person, but I guess you can. I guess you can if you wanted to. He just doesn't seem very certain to me. But I do see a conversation involving that. But ultimately, I think you're just about yourself, your own vibes. There's also a side message for Sagittarius. There might be something that you're ingesting orally that isn't good for you, and this could be literally anything. Like, I heard food and then I heard disease, but not together. Does that make sense? Stellium, Pisces, Neptune. Oh, don't love that. And like, I thought I didn't mind Pisces energy. I thought, oh, I'm on the cusp. My youngest son is a Pisces. We vibe well. Every Pisces I know, like, we get along super well. And then we hit that Neptune retrograde. And then everything in my life changed. Especially, like, spiritually, as a reader. Was not expecting that. Miriam warned me, though. She warned me. Sag, there's like another, it's a message about some kind of like escapism or self-sabotaging behavior, and it's something that you're ingesting orally. Um, I'm also getting like nutritionists. Why can't I think of the word? Allergies. Something that like you're putting into your body in some form, whether it's a supplement that you think is good for you, but for whatever reason, you're not reacting to it well. And this might be like super important when it comes to like how you work. So not only, it's almost like you're nurturing yourself also nurtures your business. So that might be something that you are thinking about investing your business towards, is like maybe it's holistic health, and say like, oh, I want to get my nutritionist certification so that I can open up a shop and do art part-time slash be like a witch healer. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just an example that, oh yeah, it dissolves. Ugh. I just like don't love that word. Dissolves. That sounds like melting. Which reminds me, I definitely have felt like I've been melting in the heart space in like a despairing way. Not to be emo, but I would say it's like a weird mix of hope and despair. Like, kind of feels hopeless, you know, that it's a time to surrender for sure. Like, I know that there's so much out of my control. I just need to forgive, give grace. It's that kind of feeling, but as a control freak that likes to predict outcomes, and humbled to know that no matter even if you have psychic gifts or premonitions, we aren't meant to know everything. But it's fun for me. I call it Tarot Investigate, you guys. I love to Tarot Investigate. Oh, which gives me like the greatest idea. The greatest idea. Put it in my back pocket. But that was all the signs, right? Fire signs was last. That's about it, you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe if this video resonated with you. As always, I am open to personal readings if you need a deeper message, but could just watch your sign or your sun, moon, rising, Venus to get the gist of like what to expect. I would say those were pretty good summaries. I was thinking about pulling oracle cards, but I'm really glad we didn't because we're 69 minutes in. And I, at the least, want to get consistent at going live for an hour before I try to do anything longer than that. And then eventually I do want to get into posting regular videos. Right now, it's more of just like getting to know me, my background, my story. I still do shorts. I did upload 2 shorts today, and there's more. Also on TikTok. I try to like put them on like a different schedule so it's not all the same. And not everyone that's following me on one platform is also on another, but just in case, you never know. I do emailed readings as well as virtual calls and pre recorded videos where I send you a private YouTube link that you can keep whenever and rewatch as often as you would like. I also recommend all my clients to save their readings, reread them as time goes on because time is linear. And I've had some of my readings play out from anywhere from like a month, a few weeks, few days to 6 months to a year. I would say this one is almost pushing 2 years. I got a reading in November of 2023, and still part of that reading is playing out. And I'm like, I was not expecting it to be like this. I tell you what. And I've also been doing daily affirmations where I ask the universe to put me in alignment, and it definitely has. And the way alignment works, like it can be messy. Like it's like taking the car in reverse, forward, side, like parallel parking. That's how I would describe it, my alignment process. Oh yeah, that's my dream. North Node is in Pisces and South Node is in Virgo that needs to micromanage has to be let go of. Oh man, I, I mean, I can be a micromanager. It depends. If you catch me on an OCD day, which you know, Heather, because you've looked at my chart, I'd say that's not good. But there is a part of me that's like more to the flow and spontaneous. Yeah, you too. Thanks for stopping by. That's pretty much it, you guys. I'm also an intuitive coach. I post about that all the time. It's basically 6 months of coaching and mentorship with me. You also get 3 emailed readings a month for those 6 months. You get access to the Patreon where I post all the extended videos. There aren't any right now. I put them on pause when I gravitated towards YouTube and was planning to put the password to the Vimeo over there, but like I said, we're just trying to focus on the live streams first. I don't know. There's a method to my madness for sure. I would say I'm better at consistently posting shorts, and being that people have such like a short attention span these days, apparently, I'm guilty for sure. Depends on the day. There's days where I have like no stimulation technology days, and I think everyone should do that for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you work a lot or work on the computer a lot or you're a creator in some way. Which would make sense. Like Mercury and Aries, that feels like order and chaos is such a perfect way to frame that, like with all the retrogrades going on. Yeah. Well, let me know how things play out, you guys. I'm happy to be able to do this a little bit earlier, and I do plan to do another INFJ support video. And if you're curious about like what my schedule looks like, I would say just expect, as of right now, once a week live streams, and it's usually based on what's going on with the current astrology. So if there's any significant transit shifts, then I'm probably going to post about it or do a reading about it in some form. I prefer if like we have more like conversations during live streams. That's kind of like why I like to do them. Let me rephrase. The need to know how everything will play out or the outcome needs to be let go of. Faith, trust in a higher power is what's called for. Yes, you would be right, Heather. You're always right. Yeah. The not knowing part. It's like, you know, moving around in the dark. We shall see. I have a good feeling spring is going to be like a lot nicer than people think. I mean, I always get excited for eclipse seasons because it's usually like a transformative energy. And no one likes that stagnant feeling, right? I always call it swampy water energy. You an alligator. You like to sit in the murky, nasty, sitting water. Another vision that comes to mind is like the kiddie pools, the ones that you get at like Walmart or Target, and they're like really small. And you can also use them for like your dogs or whatever. But, the what, 4 inches or so of water in that pool. And when you don't clean it after like a week or something and it gets really gross, it turns green. That's also kind of like swamp water. So I don't look like, if you don't like change, fixed signs like myself, I usually don't like change unless I'm creating the change, which is difficult. But like Heather mentioned, that feeling of surrender, not being attached to outcomes, that's usually hard for someone that likes to plan. They like their routines. And so you can expect, sudden revelations when it comes to your routine. So usually how that would play out is something with like your inner sphere. Like think of your life like in circles. Like here's you in the middle, and then there's a bunch of circles that represent different priorities in your life. So household, your home, family, the people that you see every day, like your pet, your child, your spouse, your whatever. Your coworkers, I guess, would be like in the next circle, and then it would be like, I don't know, extended family members, and then I don't know what else, financial, blah blah blah. And maybe for some people, some of those are in a different order. So you can expect all of that to shift and change. Purification, I would say, that can be literally anything. That could be detoxing. That could be people getting weeded out of your life. If you're thinking about donating things at this time or spring cleaning, that would make sense. That would kind of fit the theme of Virgo. Practicality, refining finances, looking at taxes, looking at the finer details of things. This could be editing, publishing. I'm also thinking of like mercurial things like refining speech. The list could go really on with anything like talking, speech, writing, those kind of things. You might be changing something in that arena. That's all I can think of, really. Did you hear my stomach growl? I'm so hungry. I can't wait for a snack. So, also dieting, health routines, anything in that arena, fitness workouts. I know that mine's probably going to change. I've been looking for something different. That's all I think I can ramble about, but thanks for stopping by, Heather. Until next time, if you guys are on Instagram, feel free to catch me there and reach out and have a conversation. Till next time, bye.